Alright, so today I found another clutch of Ball Python eggs, and this is from a project that's kind of been driving me crazy the last few years. A few years ago I actually took my pastel inchy desert ghost male and I randomly bred them through my collection just to see if any of my females could possibly be het for desert ghost. And sure enough, I actually found one. My pastel calico female actually produced one of the most stunning snakes that I've ever seen here in my collection. I actually produced a pastel desert ghost hatchling. And let me tell you, that thing was probably one of the brightest yellow snakes that I've ever produced. It was pretty amazing. And because I had so many amazing snakes that year, I actually sold that one because I had multiple other holdbacks that I wanted to hold back. Some of my triple heads and stuff like that I definitely wanted to hold back. You know, some of my more long-term projects. You kind of have to pace yourself as far as the holdbacks. So I thought, all right, I'm just going to sell this one, and then, you know, next year I'll produce another one. So last year I tried the same exact pairing, paired them up again, and according to the odds, I should have had 50% visual desert ghosts. I had 0 visual desert ghosts last year. I was absolutely crushed by the odds, which was unbelievable. So this year I paired them up again. So hopefully this year I'll actually produce the pastel desert ghost. Matter of fact, there's 2 copies of pastel in the mix. So potentially I could get like a super pastel inchy calico desert ghost or something crazy like that, which would be even more amazing. So she actually laid the eggs, which is really exciting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go pull those eggs. I definitely want to candle them to make sure they're all good. They look like they're good eggs, just kind of looking at her real quick. And it looks like she's on a really big pile of eggs too, which is pretty awesome. So I'm gonna pull those eggs and then I want to put them up in the incubator. Alright, so this girl lives way down here in one of my bigger tubs. She's actually a really big snake. She's in a ARS 8018 tub. One of the biggest tubs from ARS, right before you get to like a boa tub. But wow, look at how many eggs she has. So I cleaned up one box for the incubator. I think I can fit up to like 11 eggs in that box. She may have more than 11 eggs. I don't know. She's a big girl. She weighs quite a bit. She's actually from 2013, so she is pretty old. And you know, usually the older they get, the more eggs they lay. So what I want to do is I want to pull her out and I want to take a look at how many eggs she has. She looks like, I'm thinking I should get at least 2 visual desert ghosts from that girl. Hopefully this year it will be the year. All right, so I'm going to pull her out and we'll put her on the table and we'll pull her off those eggs. All right, so take a look at this girl. She is on a mountain of eggs. That is a huge mountain of eggs. I don't know, this could be a record. She's like fired up. I don't know what's going on with this girl. All right, girl, let's take a look at how many you got here. This could be a record for this girl. She's pretty big. Well, maybe there's not as many as I thought. Looks like she laid them all. See if I can get her off these eggs here. Looks like her belly is empty, like she laid all the eggs, which is good. Look at how big she is. She is a really big girl. Even after laying eggs, she's pretty hefty still. Pretty awesome looking snake too. All right, so I'm gonna put her in this empty boa tub over here. While we take a look at these eggs. Wow, take a look at these. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we have 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 eggs. 10 eggs. Got one kind of hiding down in the middle there. Take a look at that. Pretty awesome. Alright, so I'm going to try to separate these. And when you're separating eggs, whatever you do, don't drop them. I dropped one year. It's not a good thing. It didn't survive. They're pretty fragile, I'd say, as far as drops. Pretty tough though. It seems like maybe she laid them maybe a few hours ago because they're kind of stuck together. I don't know if it was from, maybe from last night. I've been checking on them just once a day. on the eggs, just kind of going through my females, checking them out. Kind of smaller eggs too. Not really huge eggs like you'd see in some of them. Personally, I'd rather get more smaller eggs than just a few bigger eggs. Then you get more snakes. I don't know what causes the smaller eggs. I've actually had really small snakes lay just a few really big eggs. I don't know what really causes that, or if you can, you know, kind of stimulate it to go the other way where you get more eggs, more smaller eggs. Oh, these are pretty stuck together, but they're coming apart. I like to take them apart just in case I get a bad one. And sometimes you can actually, if you pull them apart wrong, you can actually spring a leak, which I've only ever had out of the hundreds and hundreds of eggs that I've actually separated. Only one has ever had a leak. I think the trick is to work at, you know, different angles so you don't keep peeling from one direction the whole time. Just kind of spin it back and forth. Seems like it. Oh no! As soon as I say that, oh, I got a leak. All right, I got a leak. I can't believe it. All right, so I'm gonna fix that leak. Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna do a little surgery. I can't believe I have one that leaked. Oh my goodness. So what I'm gonna do, that's a disaster right there. I'm going to use a Band-Aid. Band-Aids, well, a Band-Aid is sterile. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the sticky part of a Band-Aid. Ugh, what a disaster. Alright, so it's kind of leaking out some more. Not good, not good. See if I can get it dry at least. I was thinking I probably should have some like round Band-Aids or something. We'll see if this actually works. It seems like it works. Seems like it's sticking. I didn't want to cover too much because I know the air kind of transfers in and out through the membrane. What do you think of that? Not bad. Kind of patched it. Yeah, I think a round Band-Aid would probably be ideal, as if you had one of those little round. I didn't have a round one in my med kit. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Makes me kind of nervous about separating the rest. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that happened. Alright, let's see here. Now I'm nervous. I don't want to pop another one. Wow. Alright. Some people just leave them clumped together, but the problem is if you end up with a bad one and it's like right in the middle and it's really nasty and stinky. I've actually had that happen before. And you definitely want to get it out of your incubator because it just smells so bad if you have a bad egg in there. So I guess I'd rather have one kind of leak a little bit instead of dropping one. I don't think a leak is that major. I've seen a lot of people they're separating their eggs, they have a leak, they kind of patch it. I've seen people use like super glue or a bunch of different stuff. As long as you just kind of patch it up. It looks like it's going to be okay there. So I've seen some where the eggs are really super firm, where you actually, the last one I had, the eggs were really firm, and I made a little leak and it just almost started squirting out because the egg was so tight, which is pretty wild. Alright, so now I want to candle these eggs. Now what I use for candling, I just use my little high-powered pocket flashlight. It's rechargeable. Super, super bright. I don't know how many lumens this is, like, I think it's like 900 lumens or something crazy like that. And so what you're looking for is looking for the little embryo. I don't know if it's good to really keep your light on the egg very long because this, especially this light, it gets really hot. So I like to keep the light kind of away from the egg. Let's candle these eggs. Looking good so far. The egg that kind of concerns me the most is an egg that's clear. You don't want any clear eggs because those are bad eggs. Sometimes they can kind of trick you too. This one, there's an embryo. I thought, oh, it's clear. And then you turn around and there's an embryo there. Alright, so what do we got here? This one is the one with the leak. It's a good one. That's kind of interesting because the embryo is on the opposite side of the band-aid. I guess I'll put band-aid side down on that one. Alright, looking good, looking good. Alright. So it looks like, did I get this one? I don't think I got this one. Alright. Alright, they all look great. That's awesome. Alright, so I'm going to mix up a quick box for the incubator. So this is what I use. I use 2 16-ounce cups of perlite. And it's kind of interesting, this perlite, look at how thick it is up on the top there. But if you get further down in the bag, it gets a lot finer. It seems like kind of changes throughout the bag, which is pretty interesting. Then I use half a quart of water. This is actually drinking water I get from the grocery store. I get my own from the machines they have there. It's like a RODI water, reverse osmosis, deionized. Alright, pretty easy. Then I just put in the egg crates, and then I'm going to add the eggs. Alright, so take a look at that. Look at all those eggs. I don't know if I could fit 11. For some reason I thought I could fit 11 in the box. I think 10 is pretty much the max. Especially for this box, maybe, I don't know if I could get one more in there. That's pretty tight. I think 10 eggs is the max for me. So then from there, I'm going to add some press and seal. And I was kind of teasing out my press and seal the last little bit here on this last roll. Can't believe I had enough for this box here. Oh, now it all stuck together. Alright, let's see if I can get this on here. Kind of sticky. That's pretty exciting. So, according to the odds, I should get at least 5 visual desert ghosts. But, you know, the way the odds are, you never know. You can get all visuals, you can get none. My luck, I'll get 2 or something crazy like that. Kind of had a bad luck with bamboos the last year, too. Had like 35 bamboo eggs and I ended up with like 10 or something crazy like that. And everyone wants bamboos. That's kind of the most popular thing. Alright, so from here I'm going to add some labels. Alright, so here's the 2 labels. This is actually Pastel Inchy Desert Ghost crossed with a Pastel Calico Desert Ghost. And today they were laid the 19th of June 2022. They should hatch 18 of August 2022. Alright, so take a look at this. This is my 6-foot tall Ball Python egg incubator. Almost completely full. Look at all those boxes of eggs. That is a beautiful sight right there. So I actually just put this one in right here. So the oldest are on the bottom. And they go all the way up to the newest are right here, kind of goes like in a horseshoe shape around my incubator. So the next video, I actually have 2 boxes. We did egg cuttings on both those boxes. So they're pretty much almost ready to be completely out of the egg. So my very next video, I'll actually see if they're out of the egg and we'll pull them out. We'll give them names. We'll take a closer look at those and then we'll put them up in the hatchling rack. That'll be pretty awesome. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.